There are thousands of DOS games. Most of them are terrible. I play one selected at random with a 20-minute time limit and record it live. This is the result. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another random DOS game show. And this is Tommy's Othello. Yes, it's another Tommy's Toys game. Hooray! For those who don't know, I'm not that fond of Tommy's Toys, and I'm gonna have to sit through and play hundreds of them. Restore game? No. How many human players? 1. Player 1's name is Lawnie. Lawnie has the first move. So in Othello, oh look at that, it's giving me a time limit, I think. What is that sign? See at the top by moves there's a little sign with the amount of time, and there's another clock. Is that the current time? That might well be. Anyway, so I have to make a move. In Othello, it's a board game. I believe it's Japanese. It's a variant of Reversi. I was looking it up earlier. Knowledge is not just something I pulled out of the ether of my mind. You place little coloured discs that are either black or white onto a board in order to flip the opponent's discs. And the game ends when you have covered the board or the opponent can't move or stuff like that, I think. We could hit instructions, but let's just carry on. Let's see. Let's try C3. Sorry, not next to an enemy piece. So it shows our little smiley face there. Instead of using checkered pieces, instead of using black and white pieces even, checkered pieces. Come on, Lawnie, use your brain. So let's try F3. Sorry, it doesn't flank enemy. Okay, F4. There we go. And you can see we played a piece, we had a net gain, and then the computer played a piece, and he had a net gain. So what happens if we play C6? Doesn't flank an enemy. Right. What about E3? There we go. Oh no! You see the computer immediately responding there. And... let's see. We can flank him with G5, couldn't we? Yeah. And then the computer just makes a better move. Oh dear. This is not going to last long. Doesn't flank the enemy. C3 doesn't flank him. What about C2? Doesn't flank the enemy. Yeah, yes, it does. Maybe I'm being stupid here. C4. There we go. And yeah, the computer is roundly spanking me here, and rightly so. What about G4? There we go. Every time I make a move, the computer makes a better move. And it's a very unfortunate rendition of Othello, because they decided, even though they had the ability to make monochromatic pieces, they had a black background, so they decided, oh, a black background with ASCII? What can we do here? Let's just make it the garish sort of cyan or pink or whatever the CGA folks decided was a good idea. Doesn't flank. Ah. Can you tell I'm enjoying this one? D2. Nope. E6. There we go. And again, instantaneous response from the computer to get more Othello pieces. C6. Look, cut me some slack. This is my first game. At least my Lawnie thing is smiling, you know. Would have been asking too much, I guess, to have the programmers make the smiley faces into sad faces when we were losing. Oh well. No, I don't understand this whole flanking system, but I only have a rudimentary knowledge of this game, so... But you get the idea. It's another typical Tommy's Toys thing, where they just tried to build a sort of board game out of ASCII text, and it was very rudimentary and very throwaway. because as we know, if you make hundreds of things that are throwaway, then nobody's going to respect or like you. Let's see. F6. That was a dig at my own show, by the way, in case you didn't notice. I know you folks like the content, but some people, I'm sure, are just like, Lawnie, why are you still doing this? Why can't you just stop? I will never stop. I will never stop. That's why you like me. Anyway, this is one of those games where playing any further would just be pointless. The computer's got me, and I resign this point, mainly because I've had enough of this Tommy's Toys game. What is it? I mean, I've said it before about Tommy's Toys games. It does what it says on the tin. It just doesn't do it with any great panache. It's very dull, the sound effects are minimal, you've only got ASCII, it doesn't even represent the pieces right. So pretty much any variant of Othello is going to be better than this one. And if you like me talking about Tommy's Toys games, it does happen every so often, but I also play other DOS games. Feel free to take a look at the hundreds of other videos on the channel, and if you like what you see there as opposed to here, you might consider subscribing. And if you enjoy me suffering through Tommy's Toys games, then you might be one of my sadistic patrons who give me money and say, Lawnie, play more Tommy's Toys games. They don't actually, they're lovely people. Look at those great names. So yeah, that's another one down. Only, 190 something more to go? Let's hope the next game isn't a Tommy's Toys game. Until next time.